Hi, welcome back to my channel. I'm the Nerd Wife. I've recently lost 220 pounds. I've gone from 386 down to 166. Today I want to talk about weight loss addiction. I feel like this is something that is never discussed when we talk about losing weight, and I really think that it should be. I certainly had never seen it talked about before, and I didn't know it was a thing until I experienced it myself. So, what is weight loss addiction? Simply put, it's the addiction to losing weight, to seeing the number on the scale drop, or to shrinking out of clothing sizes. I think it's a really important topic to talk about because it's a very real thing. This has been a huge struggle for me for my whole weight loss journey. I started actively weighing myself when I got to 313 the day of my surgery. I would step on the scale daily. I was becoming hooked on what that number was. I would notice that I'd get an almost high feeling seeing that number go down. It was extremely exciting to see my work paying off, and the gratification I got when stepping on the scale was amazing. This became more of a problem the closer to my goal that I got. See, my first goal had been to get to 250 because that was what I weighed in high school, and I was happy with my size then. Well, then I wanted to get to 200 to be closer to a healthy weight for my height. I'm 5'9", so I figured that would be a good goal. When I got to 200, I figured I could still lose more. So let's get to 185 since the last time I weighed that, I was in middle school. I was constantly hitting my goals, but the more I changed them, the more family was getting concerned with just how much more I wanted to lose. My next goal was to be in the upper 170s. I told myself that that would be a great stopping point because I would be at a good weight. I looked good, I felt good. I was going to lose some more weight when I went to get skin removal surgery, so I didn't need to keep trying to lose weight. But I still had that nagging voice in the back of my head telling me, well, you could lose 10 more pounds. That won't hurt anything. So I got down to 170. And occasionally through the whole process of losing weight, I would check the BMI chart to see where I fell. And I know the BMI chart is trash, but it felt really good to see myself go from morbidly obese to overweight. And I saw that, well, it's only a few more pounds until I was out of the overweight category. And it would have me listed as a healthy weight on their chart. So I dropped down to 166. And my husband, my sweet, sweet husband, was so concerned about me at this point because I was getting hooked on what my clothing sizes were at this point. He has asked me when is enough going to actually be enough for me. Because every time I reached what I said was my final goal, I shifted that goal again and would find some excuse to lose more. I really had to sit with what he said to me. Because at what point was I going from one extreme to another? I went from not caring about my weight to obsessing over it. I was constantly comparing myself to other thin people and justifying just 5 more pounds. But 5 would turn into 10, and that would turn into 20, and it would just keep going. I had gotten so used to the rush of meeting my goals that I didn't realize that it had the ability to turn into a very unhealthy thing very quickly. I would get stricter with my calories subconsciously to try and meet the next goal. I wasn't trying to eat less, but I noticed that I was eating less when I had a new goal. And to be very clear, I'm very happy with where I'm at now. I've been working hard to just maintain weight, which is honestly its own struggle. I still have a hard time eating as much as I should because of the surgery and how small my stomach is, and I don't get hungry anymore. But I'm not actively trying to cut calories anymore. I also want to mention that I had gotten so hooked on the number on the scale that I wasn't paying attention to how my body looked or how it felt. I wasn't paying attention to the progress I had made because I was so focused on where I could go. I'm planning a whole video around body dysmorphia where I'm going to go into that, but there was an incident that really made me stop and realize that I was skinny. I hadn't even noticed that my body had gone from fat to thin because I was so mentally caught up in the numbers. I know that I'm going to lose more weight once I get skin removal surgery because that skin is heavy and there's a lot of it. But at this point, I'm not concerned about what the number on the scale should be. I'm not concerned about what my clothing sizes should be because that is going to drastically change after I get my stomach skin removed. I don't have a new smaller weight in mind for where I want to be. Now I just want to enjoy that I like how my body looks and that I'm happy with my progress. I personally feel like I'm at a healthy weight and that I look good. And the looks part can be hard some days because the loose skin really messes with my body dysmorphia. But overall, I'm happy. I've had to accept that I'm done losing weight and to stop chasing the dopamine hit from the scale moving lower. I feel like the end of active weight loss can be a step that you almost mourn because you get so used to it. But I feel like you have to kind of let that go to get on to the next phase, which is maintaining the weight loss. I'm really curious how many other people that have gone through major weight loss feel like this was a struggle they had to fight with. If you have, please let me know in the comments because I've yet to see anybody that talks about this when they talk about weight loss. And this is a huge side of it. It would be really nice to know that I'm not alone in this particular thing. That's all I really had to say on the topic, so thank you so much for watching. If you like my content, please subscribe. I have a lot more videos planned that I'd love to share with people. If you liked this video, please leave a like. And if you have any topics that you would like to see me talk about, feel free to leave it in the comments below. Don't forget to love yourself and to love others. I'll see you in the next one. Bye!